Welcome back to Knoxville. Post-game press conferences for the Tennessee Lady Volunteers. Once again, the format will be Coach will make an opening statement. Questions just for the student athletes. We'll dismiss them and go into questions for Coach Kelly Harper. Jordan Horston and Jordan Walker also here. Coach, if you don't mind, open us up with a statement about today's game.
Absolutely. Well, I'm obviously excited about how we played. I thought our team came in, handled business, did what we needed to do. And, that St. Louis has been on a run. They have been playing some really good basketball. They've had a lot of momentum. And I thought defensively in that second quarter, we were able to really set the tone and of how the game was going to go for the duration. And really proud of our team. Every single person that went in the game did something positive and productive on both ends of the court. It's been a long couple weeks. I think our team has had good. I think we've had good practices. We've had some good energy, and again, we were just dialed in today.
Questions for the student athletes?
Hi there, I'm Devin Hoke with WUTK Sports. So I'm looking at the stat sheet here, and 13 team steals. Jordan Walker, you had 3 of those 13. How were you so effective on defense with this game? I noticed a lot of those were in the middle there.
I think, with our team defense, when we're able to play as a team, it helps us just be in positions to make those steals and, get those opportunities. I think one of them was on, throwing the inbound, and I saw on film that they do that, so I'm like, okay, maybe I could get one. So that was just something that, yeah. So that was just something that I had been thinking about, before the game. So when the opportunity came, I'm like, okay, well, let's just do it right now. But yeah, I think really just playing team defense helps us and allows us to be in those positions.
Just being aggressive and, emphasizing on that. We always aggressive, finding ways to find deflections. It was important to us, and, we wanted to make it happen. So, things happen.
Cora Hall, the Knox News Sentinel. This is for both you guys, but Jordan Horston, I know you missed the tournament last year, but going into this the NCAA tournament, how important was it for you guys to get a win like this to really set the tone and send a message about who you will be in March?
It's very important to get a win now, because if you don't, you're done. So, like I said, every team has the same mindset. It's 0-0, score 0-0, record 0-0. Nothing matters except for when you step on that court. So, it's very important from here on out for us to, focus in on the little things and capitalize on their mistakes and, just do everything that we need to do so that we can figure out how to win. It doesn't have to be pretty, but we just got to figure out how to get a win.
Yeah.
Gabriella on Zoom has a question for us. We'll unmute her mic. Gabriella.
Hi, Gabriella Lewis of the Next. This is for both of you. That second quarter, a 21-0 run. Can you speak a little bit to that quarter? What were the adjustments coming out of the first y'all made to go on such a run like that?
Those adjustments really were on the defensive end. I think that we all just kicked it into another gear and really just sat down and guarded. And I think that when we do that, we're able to go on those runs. So I think that that's really what stretched it out for us. And then, of course, being at home and in front of the home crowd, let me just say it feels good to be at home. Definitely miss being here. So they definitely were a part of that too, because when they're into it, we're all into it. You feed off of it, feed off of each other. So I really think that that's what helped us.
And I didn't even realize it was 21. What was it, 21-0?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it was like we had that many stops. It was just like, okay, so we have these kills. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. Should I not? Okay, we have kills. Like we got to get a stop. So we get so many kills, we get so many stops, we get a kill. So we were just focusing on, all right, let's get this stop in this possession so we can get a kill. So, and then it just leads to offense. Like I said, I've been preaching this since the beginning of the season. Our defense is what motivates and which fires our offense, along with the great atmosphere that we're playing in. But like I said, it matters about the defense.
Ryan Sylvia with Ball Report on Rivals.com. You're able to clear the bench at the end of the game with such a big lead. How much fun is it to see your teammates that might not necessarily play in every game get a chance?
It's so much fun. I just love it. I love it. Because they put so much work in, and you want everybody to be happy. But sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. But for them to be able to come in and be productive and shine, it's just like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like
It just makes you
it
feel
just
good.
makes you feel good inside and just happy for them. And I don't know, it's just a good feeling. But
Yeah.
because you know they put the work in, you know they're working hard every day in practice, and it can be hard. So I mean, whenever they get in, we always going to root for them.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow up on that. The way they finished, they scored exactly the same amount of points in the fourth quarter as you did in the second quarter. How nice is it to see that kind of
Depth.
28-9 in the second and fourth. That kind of consistency, something that you all can also kind of
Yeah.
help feed off of and
Oh,
build
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, just knowing that you have somebody to come in and produce, hold their own. Like I said, I've been preaching this since the beginning of the season as well. We have a lot of people, we have a lot of pieces that that's good for us. So I feel like having that depth allows us to have we can maximize our minutes. So
Yeah, and I'm just really proud of them because, like Jordy said, they come every single day and they work hard. They put in the time. They've never stopped working. So to be able to see them out on the court is really like just a good feeling for us, just to be able to see them get to play and get in the game.
And I know y'all probably don't know this, but Edie Darby, she's a baller.
Yeah,
Okay? She's a baller. She's our, that's our. She's usually on the practice squad, so she does a lot of the scout team. So I mean, she be cooking us up in practice. So it's I knew that shot was going in when it left her hands because it's she does it every day in practice. So
yeah, what y'all saw is nothing.
It's nothing
surprising for us.
she's a
but-
baller.
Jordan Walker, this is for you. That 6-0 run to start the second quarter felt very important for you guys, just because, it was a 24-point lead, but crazier things have happened. For you, I mean, you were very involved in that as well. What was your mindset coming out of halftime, and how important was it for you to kind of set that tone immediately in that third quarter?
My mindset coming out of halftime was really just like you said, to set the tone, send that first punch. We were up by quite a few, but anything can happen. It's March, so really just coming out, starting strong. I knew that would be critical for us, just to set the tone for the rest of the game as well. So that was really my mindset. We've had some games where third quarter we don't come out and have that, but I think that we've grown from that, and so I just think that that's a testament to what we've been working on and how we've come together this season.
Frank DeLuca, WBIR. That comfortable lead let the starters kind of get some rest in the second half, especially after having played the 3 games in 3 days in Greenville. How important is it to you guys to, get some minutes off at the end of a game?
I mean, it's important, but it's March, so you can't get tired. You just got to push through. So I understand what you're saying with, getting your legs up for a few minutes, but it's March, so you got to do what you have to do to win.
We can dismiss the student athletes now. Congratulations.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right, questions for Coach Kelly Harper?
Hello, Coach. My name is Devin Hogue from WUTK. Congrats on the win, first off. Second off, I know you guys probably just take it one game at a time, but knowing that you'd either face Iowa State or Toledo, has there already been some look ahead or some potential strategies you'd hope to implement against either one of those teams?
Yeah, so we have, we assign our assistant coaches to the scouts, and we already have probably 2 scouting reports ready to go, depending on the outcome of the game. I've looked at it sparingly. I really try to stay locked in on game one, but I've talked to our staff, and we did a few things earlier this week that could translate to these 2 teams without our players knowing it. Just a few little drills here and there. Obviously they're both really talented and very efficient offensively, and it's going to be a challenge, a tough game regardless of who we're playing on Monday.
Kelly, just want to ask you about that start to the third quarter from Jordan Walker. You've said it all season that she sets a tone for you guys, but how great was it to see that, come about in a really crucial moment coming out of halftime for you guys?
Yeah, I thought coming out at half, obviously, we talked about wanting to set the tone for the second half as well, and we did. We came out and were really aggressive on both ends. Obviously, Jordan Walker makes plays. She has been so good and so consistent. She's just tough, and you love that about her. And and I think they just fed off of each other and the energy in the building to start that second half.
Kelly, the SEC, which was maybe a little maligned during the regular season, is off to a 6-0 start right now in the tournament. How nice is it to see that? And then to follow up for this team to come out with a fairly dominating performance. And as I earlier, to score as many points in the final quarter when you're subbing and have pulled your starters as you did in the second quarter when you took control. How nice is it to see that combination?
Yeah, well, first, speaking of the SEC, our league was so tough this year and so competitive. There were teams that didn't make the tournament that are playing well, and it's really cool to see. I think Alabama's after us, but every SEC team that's played in the NCAA tournament in NIT up to this point won. And it just speaks to the competition and the toughness and the talent that is in the SEC. So we're pulling for each other, that's for sure. Was really proud of how we finished that game, and we wanted to go low minutes with our starters, but I wanted to give them a couple more in that fourth quarter just to look. It's nice for them to have the breaks, but they'd rather play. Trust me, they'd rather be on the court playing. So gave them a couple more minutes to go, and then brought our subs in, and they did an excellent job. This on both ends of the court, and obviously to put up 28-9, that's a really good job for them. They stayed with it. It didn't get sloppy despite the score. Sometimes that happens. So just proud of our team on both ends of the court for 40 minutes. We had a little dry spell at the end of the third where they went zone. We were getting great shots. We just didn't knock them down and didn't get offensive boards. I think Jasmine Franklin finally put one in that put us back on top in the third.
All right, so obviously an amazing amount of steals. I mentioned it earlier, 13 as a team. Was there a moment in the game where you noticed, okay, St. Louis, they're running this set or they're doing these plays offensively. Here's how we can shut it down?
I think our players started feeling comfortable with their actions, not necessarily so much anticipating the plays, but seeing the action. I thought we were, for the most part, we had really good awareness off the ball. I thought that's where some of our steals came. Sometimes when you're off the ball, you're chilling, right? But I thought we were off the ball ready to make a play. I thought our awareness was good. One thing that St. Louis gets a lot of steals, and our players might have been a little upset with me because all I've talked about the last few days was how many steals St. Louis gets and how tough they are, and they're ball hawks. They do a great job of taking advantage of your mistakes, and it was really special for me to see our players be able to make some of those plays as well.
Kelly, last year, both games at Thompson Bowling Arena and the NCAA tournament were kind of tight. How nice was it to set the tone with a win like this in the first round?
Listen, a big win takes a lot of stress off the coaching staff sitting over there, so it was nice. And the coaching staff's family. I know my family likes the big wins. Our administration likes the big wins. You get to relax a little bit, but you can't expect them, that's for sure. I'm proud that we did what we were supposed to do. And I think the score is a result of that. But it's the NCAA tournament. You got to think that every game is going to be tough and competitive down the wire.
Gabriella on Zoom has another question.
Hi, Gabrielle Lewis from The Next. I was just hoping you could speak to the intensity of your team during an NCAA tournament run. I mean, obviously, no program is no stranger to this tournament, but what your team is feeling, and also with Rakia Jackson having her first ever NCAA tournament game.
Yeah, there may have been some jitters early on because we had a few players that this is new to them, so I thought we settled in pretty well. I thought our intensity was good. I thought we played hard. I thought we were aggressive. I think that's important. I thought we were pretty physical. Those things are things you have to do to get wins in the NCAA tournament, and proud of that. In terms of going into the tournament, it's been a long couple weeks. It really has, and I feel like about a week ago they were ready to play. And I was, as a coach, you feel like they're ready, and you got another week to wait. So I was a little concerned that maybe we'd prepped them a little bit early, but proud of how they've handled this last week, and obviously how they came out and played today showed they were ready to go.
Any more questions?
All right, Coach, how incredible was it to see such a huge fan support for this game, especially considering, many students are still on spring break, classes don't begin until Monday, the men are playing a tournament game as well, and yet there was still a really good turnout for this game. How great was that to see?
Yeah, I'm so proud of our fans. Not surprised, but proud anyway. And they made a big difference. I tell you, they gave great energy today. I thought it got loud, and our team responded. The hands. I was so excited for our team to get to play at home. So excited that we were rewarded with that opportunity, and took advantage of it today. Again, this is a great environment. This is a great venue for women's basketball. It's so special here, and I'm glad we got to experience it today.
Coach, thanks so much. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.